I don't feel I'm really I'm wasting any time. There is really a lot of stuff to be done, and good thing about it is that whatever is to be done is it feels great. It feels like not like work. It feels like leisure, like something. Well, it's my life, and that's why it's really great. Also, we have many plans.
Well, and talking about shows and festivals and so on, and that you said about an Avantasia tour, I think, well, as you said, it's hard to organize due to all the artists that have worked with you. But have you thought of how will you do it? If putting together all those artists or some of them, or how?
Well, there's always the good thing is we have done it before. We have done the world tour in 2008. Unfortunately, it didn't go to Spain because we were in Spain when the storm broke loose and when Metalway drowned in bad weather. So unfortunately, our Spanish fans have not seen the show yet. But we have done it before, and it was great. It was not a real musical, but it was not a real heavy metal show as well. Mm-hmm. It was right in the middle, somewhere between. It was not. Yeah, like I said, it was a mixture between opera and a heavy metal concert. There was many people going on stage, and I mean, of course, some videos were there on YouTube. So. We headlined Wacken Open Air. We headlined one night at Sweden Rock Festival. We headlined one show in Italy, one night in Switzerland, and we traveled around the world playing Tokyo and Buenos Aires and Moscow. So we have had the experience that this works really well, and I think it will be in that same direction if it will happen. We're going to come with a bunch of singers and a bunch of instrumentalists and do something big. And this is my plan. And that's I really if we will do it, I want to do it big time and not just a lousy version of what we've done in 2008. So if it will happen, it has to be big, and that's why I cannot confirm it will happen. Because if we say, yes, we will play that tour, we have to make sure that it's got to be at least as great and as epic as our Wacken headline show in 2008 was, maybe even better. And that's why, that's why I cannot confirm it right now. Many things have to be sorted out. At the end of the day, financially, it's very, very risky and very tricky to do everything because it's not. You cannot compare it to a normal, regular band tour where 5 musicians and 10 crew people travel around the world, playing a rock and roll show. This was way bigger. It was a big stage set, and we were like 15 or 13 musicians going on stage. We had a crew of 15 people, so it was a travel party. It was like a small orchestra, and this is really expensive. And if we will do it, we have to do it that way and big time.
Well, now let's go back to your 2 new albums.
Yeah.
Well, first off, why did you decide to release them at the same time?
Well, the thing is, they were ready at the same time, and of course there were different ideas how we could do it. Of course, the record company would have preferred to release them one after another, maybe having a break of 5 months in between. But the thing for me, it was, I would not want to, I just did not think it was right, because they belong together, but they are not a typical double album. I wanted to make them accessible for the people as a double package. But I wanted people to realize that it is not just a double album, it's 2 albums. 60 minutes of music each album, 11 first-class songs, in my opinion, on each album. And when you take a a typical double album, it's most of the time it's not 22 tracks, it's maybe 15 tracks, and 3 of them are instrumentals with orchestra and keyboard passages and all that instrumental stuff, spoken words. We had 22 songs. I could not go and release it as a double album. I wanted people to pay respect and to listen to each album carefully and give each album the time it needs to unfold its magic. So that was something where I didn't want to release it as a regular double album, but I did not want to release them separately one after another as well, as the record company would have maybe preferred, because 6 months from now I would have had to talk to you again. Not that I don't want to talk to you. I would have had to pretend that I have just come out of the studio to release and finished a new album, which would not have been true. The material was ready, so I did not see any reason why I should put one album on the back burner and release, just only one album and just wait with one album, because who knows what is going to be in 6 months. Maybe in 6 months we're going to talk about a new Edguy album. I did not want to have material on the back burner for the rest of my life, and always release something and compose something in advance and have one album in spare that I can release, I just said, okay, I want to have it off my chest. I have composed it, I have written it, I have produced it. I want it to be off my chest. I want to unleash it to the world and be at peace with myself. Now I'm totally at 0.0. It's, now I'm fresh. My head is empty. I know a lot of people will say, yeah, we have realized that 10 years ago already. But there is nothing on my chest now. Everything is said and done. Now I can focus on a new project on Edguy, and so that was very, very important for me. The hard drive is rebooted, and that was something very important. And of course, the record company, financially, it would have been better to release one album, and then put the other album on the back burner, and 6 months later say, oh, you know what? I have written another 11 tracks. Here they are. It would have been wrong. It would have been a lie, and I'm not very good, at lying to people. I think it's just, I've to this business 20 years ago. I was a kid. I was looking up to bands. I thought I could live my dream, and I can. And to me, it was not about business and about tactics and about lying and about, an artificial world and fulfilling anybody else's expectations. I just wanted to be me, and I just wanted to be, like my heroes, my idols. I just wanted to write the music that I want to write, play the music that I want to play, behave really silly, and make a living of it. So that was really all I was asking for, and so I'm not very good at those tactics and saying, okay, we have to tell people this and that so that they believe that we have just finished the album. No, truth is, there were 2 albums. I wanted them to be out. I couldn't release them as a double album, so I made them as 2 separate albums available in a double album package for those who wanted to have both. I think that was fair, that's honest, and that was all I could do.
So maybe due to this, some people may think both albums are somehow connected between them. Are they?
Definitely. I mean, they're both connected to the Scarecrow, and the Scarecrow is basically a trilogy. It's the Scarecrow, it's the Wicked Symphony, and it's Angel of Babylon. Those 3 albums, in that order, are or together they make the concept of the Scarecrow.
And which are those concepts?
Well, it's about an artist who grows up emotionally isolated because he's got a distorted sensory perception. He is different. He feels disconnected to his environment, and it's that young man who feels disconnected because he perceives